to another video, and before we jump into this video I just want to do the usual. So if you haven't already, then please make sure you've hit that subscribe button just so you can come and join my little family. I really want to see you stick around, and if you have already subscribed, then make sure that notification bell switched on just so you're notified of whenever I upload videos. Anyway guys, I've got a really exciting video for you today and I can't wait to jump right in. So while I was on holiday in Greece, there was a super, well, to me it was super exciting makeup launch, and that was the Rach Leary collaboration with Makeup Revolution. Now I was in Greece and these launched and I was like, I'm getting my hands on them. So I'm sat having a cocktail, putting my order through to order the Rach Leary palettes. I was literally in Zante at the time and I was like, girl, I want to support you, I want to try these palettes, they look incredible, like get them ordered. So I ordered them so they were ready for me to pick up when I come home. So I picked them up the other day and I really wanted to play around with them for you in this video. I am going to be going through both palettes. She's released 2. Now I actually like literally live for Rach, but when I saw these palettes I was like, she has like killed the game. These look amazing. I love her channel, I love her makeup, I think she's really talented and I just really like her. Like I do like the girl, I love watching her videos. So she launched 2 palettes. She's launched the Rach Leary Goddess on the Go face and eyeshadow palette. I mean, let's just take a minute for the packaging, unbelievable. So this is like a little mini travel palette. So you get 4 face powders, so there's like a highlighter, blush, bronzer, and then you get 9 eyeshadows in here. This one was £10. I am going to be going through them in detail and swatching everything. And then there's this massive one here which is like amazing. This is the Revolution X Rach Leary Ultimate Goddess Face and Shadow Palette, and this is basically everything you need in one palette. So this one was £15, and again, can we just stop for a second? The packaging is unbelievable. Let's start by opening it up at this little one, having a little chat through the shades, swatches and all that sort of good stuff. So this one, we open it up and it looks like this. So you've got this stunning coral pink, which is just unbelievable, and it's a matte pink, and then inside you've got a really nice size mirror, and then we have got the actual palette which looks like this. So you've got a blusher, you've got a matte bronzer and a shimmery bronzer, and then a highlighter, and then you've got these 9 eyeshadows. I believe there is 4 shimmers and 4 mattes. Absolutely stunning. So this is perfect for if you're going on a holiday and you don't want to take a lot of makeup with you, or you're going for a weekend away, something like that, or it's just perfect in general just to have on your makeup desk because you don't need to be dragging loads of individual products out. I can see me reaching for this a lot, particularly for the, honestly, I've tried these face powders today and I've got to admit they are absolutely unbelievable. So the thing that I'm going to say first off that I do love, that I noticed straight away, is all the names are printed onto the palette, which for me, I love that. I hate having those stupid plastic sheets and they drive me insane and I end up losing the shade names, and then when I'm trying to do tutorials for you guys I can't find the shade names and I just have an absolute mare. But with this I'm not going to have that problem because they're already printed on the sheets. So let's start with these face powders. So the first one, I'm going to do the swatches for you. So the first one we've got is this really pretty chocolatey bronze matte bronzer which is called Caramel Slice. Now honestly these powders blend just like an absolute dream. So that is the Caramel Slice, so pretty, and I can imagine that suiting quite a lot of different skin tones. I literally, when I tried this earlier on, you need like 1 tap of your brush and it literally just does so much of your face. Like honestly, I had like 1 tap here, 1 tap here, 1 tap here, because it's just so blendable and you really do not need a lot of it. So that is the bronzy shade there. Then we've got this stunning rose gold blusher shade which is called Sunkissed. This is so pretty. It's such a pretty blush shade. You might be able to see there that it's like got like a gold reflect running through it, and that makes a super pretty blush. I've got that on today. Then we've got this really pretty, and I love the name of this. This is like a, it's like a champagne-y highlighter which is called Get Poppin'. If you watch her Rach, you'll know she's like highlighter obsessed. These are so well pigmented. To be fair, that's not actually doing it justice how it's picking it up on camera, but it is actually amazing. I've got that on today as well. The star of the show for me, couldn't agree more with her, is this absolutely unbelievable shimmery bronzer called Golden Hour. Oh my god, girl, like I never need another shimmery bronzer in my life. Like you did it with this. Unbelievable, honestly. Oh my god, look at that. I mean, just wow. Just take a second. I love to do a shimmery bronzer over the top of a matte bronzer, and I actually learned that off Rach herself, just to really like sort of give you this glowy goddessy vibes. Like unbelievable. Then we'll move along to the shadows, and we'll start at the top here, and we've got the first shadow here which is called Coconut Latte, which is sort of, it's got almost like a pinky gold tone to it. It's a really unique sort of a shade, really pretty. These aren't like doing them justice on camera, but it's a really pretty, it's got an ever so slight like an icy pink tone to it. Then we've got this absolutely stunning peach shade here, which is called Peach Please. Yes, I mean, you don't often get mattes that swatch like that, do you know what I mean? Not colourful mattes anyway, so when you get a colourful matte that swatches like that, you know it's going to be a good palette. Then we've got Straight Fire, which is more of a deeper browny orangey shade. Yeah. Then we have got this stunning red shade here, which is like a reddy orange, and it's called Pucker Up. Almost picks up like a deep orange, but it is more of like a reddy orange. Then we've got this Red Velvet, which is like a purpley shade. She is pretty. And then we've got this really pretty matte brown, which is like a deep brown, which is called Sweet Life. Look at that. And then we've got these three like show-stopping shimmery eyeshadow shades, which I know are just gonna swatch unbelievable. So you've got Obsessed with it, which is this really deep sort of yellowy gold, which is just, oh my god, have you seen that? Then you've got this more of a like goldy shade here, which is called Goddess. Oh, she's so pretty. Then last but not least, we've got this one here, which is like a rose gold, like a deeper rose gold, called Chi Chi, which would make such a stunning like pinky eye colour. Oh my god, she is so pretty. Wow, that is so pretty. It's like an orangey pinky goldy shade. Wow. So those are the swatches. I know they're terrible, aren't they? Look at the state of that. I've got to admit, I'm impressed with this palette. I think it's so nice that you've got such a different wide range. Like, you could easily do day looks with this, night look. There's definitely enough here for you to create quite a lot of different looks. Really impressed with this, and I definitely think for £10 it's worth the money 100%. Absolutely love this. But then for me, the show stealer, I mean, I do prefer the face powders in this palette, I think, but the show stealer for me is definitely the bigger Ultimate Goddess palette. Like, for me, that is just like absolute show. So then we've got the Revolution Rach Leary Ultimate Goddess palette. Like I said, this one was £15, and I've got to say, for the money, it's well worth the money. So this one here, we actually get 9 face powders, so there's like bronzers, blushes, highlighters, and then you get 16 eyeshadows as well. It did arrive in bubble wrap, but mine did arrive smashed. Superdrug, no problem, they are sorting this out for me. I was a little bit gutted, but I just want to get on and get this video uploaded because you need to see these palettes, like, they're unbelievable. So to start with, can we just take a minute to discuss like this mirror? Like, how insane is the size of that mirror for a start? Unbelievable. So to start with here, like I say, you've got your face powders, then you've got your shadows, but how stunning is this? There's pops of colour in there, but they're wearable colour, which is what I like. So I think this, if you're someone who's not like a colour person, you would still get away with this because you could create more wearable colourful looks, if that makes sense. So anyway, moving on, let's start over here with the face palette. So you've got this shade here, which is called Blonde, which I really like this. It's sort of between, she was explaining in her video, it's between like a blondie bronzy shade and a brownie bronzy shade, so that's why it's called Bronze. This reminds me of like Benefit Hoola Light, and then you've also got Indulge, which is really chocolatey brown, which is more of like a Benefit Hoola or the darker Benefit Hoola that they've just released. So it's nice because you're catering for like different skin tones. Again, here with the different highlighters, different skin tones suit different highlighters and different blushes, so she's catered for like a wide range of different skin tones, which is what I really like. But we're going to start by swatching this shade here, which is Bronze, this nice bronzy colour. So this is a really nice light bronze shade, and I think this one would actually suit me when I'm less tanned. I really like that, and apparently she says that it's a really nice nose contour, so if you want that perfect nose contour, because sometimes some of the nose contour shades can be a little bit too intense, then this one's for you. Then we've got another stunning bronzy like shimmery bronzer, which is called Bronze Glow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, then we've got Indulge, which is a dark chocolatey brown. This will probably suit me now. Yeah, okay. Then let's move along to the blushes. The first one we've got is this really pretty one here, which is called Perfect Peach. This is a very neutrally pink shade, which is nice because not everyone likes an in-your-face blush, and I quite like that. I think it's quite a nice shade. It's not showing up that well on camera, but it is sort of like a light pink. Then we've got this really stunning matte here, this matte blush, which is called Rosé, and I really love the look of this. I think it's so pretty. It's like a corally pink. It's super pretty. How stunning is that colour? Really, really pretty. Moving along, we have got the shade here called Caroline, which is like a rose gold blush. But this is a really pretty like rose gold blusher. Then moving along to the bottom here, this is quite a deceiving highlighter. It looks very bright white, but actually it's got a very golden shift to it, and that's called Glazed. Can you see how it's got an actual, yeah, it's very golden, isn't it? So then we've got this really bright yellow here, which is called Ultimate Goddess. It reminds me of that whole Rihanna, you know, the kilowatt highlighter thing. Yeah, it reminds me of that. Very bright yellow highlight there. Then we've got Aphrodite, which is more of like a pinky highlight shade. Oh, that's like a rose goldy highlight. Yeah, very pretty. Then moving along, we've got the eyeshadows over here, and I'm just going to start along the top and work my way down to swatch these. So the first one we've got is Pina Colada, which is a nice white shade. I am actually just going to wash these swatches off first because it'll make it easier, but there are all of your face palette shades. Let's move along to these eyeshadows. The first one we've got here is called Pina Colada, and that's a very white shade. That's 3 swatches and it's picked up nicely. It's not took a lot of building up, which is good. Then I've got this shade which I've got on my eyes today, which is called Passion Fruit Martini, which is like a light peachy shade almost. Very pretty, and they're swatching really nicely for mattes as well. Then we've got Oh Honey, which is like it's a yellow, but it's like I say, more of a wearable yellow. It's not like an in your face bright yellow for summer like or spring looks. And then we've got this pinky red, which is called 666. Really pretty colour. Then we've got Tantastic, which is this orangey shade here, which I've actually got on my eyes today also. Then we've got Baby Girl, which is a nice sort of purpley pink. Then we've got Fine Wine, which is more of a deep purple shade. Got 70%, which is sort of it's not like a full black, it's like a dark brown black. So this would be nice for smoking out the eye or using as a liner. So moving along to our shimmers, so this palette's set up so you've got your 6 mattes and then your shimmers. So the first one I've got is Glossy, which is like a pink silvery shimmer. Wow, that is so pretty. It's not picking up as well on camera, but it is really pretty. Then we've got Dripping, which is like a bronzy shade. That is so pretty. Then we've got Twerk, which I've also got on my eyes today, which is an orangey shimmer. She pretty. Then we've got October, which is like a more of a deep bronzy shade. I mean, these are just like butter. Then moving along, we've got Paradise, which is a turquoise. Out of all of them, I must admit, this is a stunning shade, but as you can see, it doesn't swatch as easy as the others, and it does take a little bit more working with on the eye. I did find that, but it is still really pretty. Then we've got this olivey green shade, which is called Cash. Oh, she wasn't playing around with that one. Wow, it's like a goldy green, really pretty. Then we've got Kisses, which is a purple shimmer. This just gives me holiday vibes, this like whole packaging and everything. Wow. That's got like a purple shimmer with like a pink reflect in it. Then last but not least, we have got Boy Bye, which is more of a maroon pinky shimmer. Yeah, see that? How pretty are those? Wow. So thought and feedback on this particular palette. I absolutely love this for travel. Again, I love the layout of it. I think there's like a little bit of something in there for everyone. I think she's catered really well to different skin tones, and I just like the fact that you've got quite a lot to play around with here. I love the pops of colour, but she's like, it's not random. Like, all of these can be played around with really well and they'll work well together. Sometimes you find with palettes when they have pops of colour, they're like random and they don't really fit, where this seems to work really well together. Even some of these shades you could use as eyeshadows, or do you know what I mean, like you could use this bronzer as like, I think that's why she's maybe not put like a dark brown, because you can use these shades to double up as eyeshadows as well if you really want them to. Again, these shimmers you could use. I just love this, and I can see me travelling with it, definitely. I think it's absolutely fantastic. There's nothing really negative I've got to say about it. The only thing is that one shade, that one turquoisey shade there, that Paradise, that is quite difficult to work with in comparison to the other shades, but apart from that, the palette's absolutely stunning and it gets a 100 from me. I love it. We're going to move on to the makeup tutorial section of this video. I have actually created this look for you today using the Rach Leary palette. I've used her face powders, highlighters, blusher, bronzer, and then I've also used her eyeshadow as well. I've used a mixture of both palettes, so if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep watching. So guys, let's move on to the makeup tutorial part of this video. So I just wanted to let you know that I have already done my eyebrows off camera. Obviously these new gorgeous palettes don't have brow products in, but I have used the Revolution Pro brow pomade that I always use, and I've also used Brow Coat. No change there, I always use those products. And I've also done the base to my face. Now, to keep in mind that I have been on holiday, so now all of my foundations are a little bit light for me, but I will bronze up my face so it'll look better once I've bronzed up my face, if that makes sense. So I have done my face, I've done my concealer, I've primed my eyes with my L'Oreal concealer as well. I like to put a little bit of base down before I do that. So we're going to move on and we're going to do the eyes to start with, and then I'm going to move on and I'm going to try the face products in here. I am going to be using the Ultimate Goddess palette today. I just like the colourful eyeshadows and things in here, and I really want to play around with that. So I haven't actually thought about what I want to use yet. Mirror, how amazing is this mirror, by the way? It's huge. I'm just going to put a little bit of artistry tape on each eye. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go off camera and do one eye off camera, just because it's easier, and then I'll come back and do the other eye on camera for you to see, just because I can play around with the colours a little bit and see what sort of a look I want to create, and then I will come back and create it on camera for you guys. And I decided to be a little bit different, and I played around with those turquoise and orange shades in the palette, and it's actually turned out really, really well, and I'm loving these lashes. I'm going to zoom you in and I'm going to show you how to recreate this look on this eye, and then we're going to try out some of the face products, the powders and things on the face also, to see what they're like. So to start with, we're going to go in with this really light peachy shade at the top here, which is called Passion Fruit Martini. Just circular motions, and it just like, see how easy that blended out. And then I want to go in and I want to build that colour up a little bit, and I'm going to go in with this more orangey shade here, which is called Tantastic, and I'm just going to build that up underneath. And again, I'm just taking circular motions just to deepen that up because it's a darker orange. So now I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to cut that halo eye crease just in the centre. There we go. And then I'm going to take a packing brush and I'm going to go in with this absolutely stunning turquoise shade there called Paradise, and just pack this on to the lid. And I just keep building that up on top. Now I must admit, in my opinion, that particular shimmer, I can't speak for the rest because I haven't really tried any of them yet, it does take a little bit of building up, but once you build it up it does give a really pretty colour. It reminds me of purple shimmer in the James Charles palette, where it almost, you could do with like sort of a bit of a glitter glue or something to stick it down a little bit. It just takes a little bit of working with, but once you work with it you do get the most beautiful colour. Now what I'm going to do is I just want to sort of diffuse this a little bit so it blends in with the little bit, like blends in with the eye a little bit better. I'm going to go in with another flat brush, but this time I'm actually going to go in with the orange shimmer here, which is called Twerk. Twerk baby, twerk twerk. And I'm just going to put a little bit on this inner corner here and almost blend that into the turquoisey shade, and then I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the outer corner. Yeah, see, that shade blends a lot easier, so it must just be that turquoisey shade that's a little bit difficult to work with. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my eyeliner. I'm just going to go in with my Bourjois liner feature, and I'm just going to do a cat wing line. Sort of working out where it is on the other side. But I want to actually go in with the Pixie by Petra Lagoon Liquid Fairy Light. This is one of their new liquid fairy lights. Oh my god, it's unbelievable, and it just sits so well on top of this turquoisey shade. So now I'm just going to go in and do the underliner under my eye, and I'm going to go in with the Lottie London AM to PM eyeliner in Mermaid, and I'm just going to do my waterline and finish off this eye look. And then we're going to go in with another flat brush, and I'm just going to go over the top of that with that Paradise shade again and run that under my waterline. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Pixie Fairy Light in in Lagoon, and I'm just going to take a little bit of this on that lipstick brush again, and again run this under the waterline just to give it a little bit of glitter. And then I'm just going to take a little bit in that inner corner as well. I'm just going to pop off camera, I'm just going to apply my lashes. So this is the Amani Pinky Goat lashes. I've just tried these out for the first time, and I've got to admit, I'm impressed. These are so pretty. But yeah, I'm just going to stick a little bit of glue on this and finish this eye look off camera. Then we're going to come back and we're going to try out the face powders from the palette. So guys, let's move on to the face. This is the eye look. I'm very impressed. Very pretty. These lashes are stunning as well. Like, wow. Anyway, yeah, I think for the face I've decided we're gonna play around with the littler palette just so it gives me a chance to try out both palettes. So we're gonna go with the Goddess and the Goat face and shadow palette. So to start with, we will bronze up the face. I'm gonna go in with this stunning bronzer shade here, which is called Caramel Slice, and give this a go on the perimeters of the face. Wow, she weren't playing with that pigment, I tell you. God. So probably tap your brush off before you go in. I should have done that anyway. God, you need a little bit of this. That is pigmented, but it does blend out very easily. But just tap your brush before you go into the face because it is very pigmented. Blends out really nicely as well. Wow, yeah, impressed. God, can we see how much payoff you get from that? Right, watch this. This is me. One dip. You've seen that. I'm going to tap that off. Watch this. You seeing that? Normally with bronzers I'm like constantly dipping in. Like that is like, wow. So now, which is actually funny enough what I learned from Rach Leary, is I always top up my bronzer with a golden like shimmery bronzer, just because it just gives your skin the most like glowy goddess vibes. Like honestly, it makes your skin look unreal. So she reckons this is like absolutely bomb for sort of doing that bronzy look on the face. So this is called Golden Hour. Oh my god, this looks stunning. I've seen her swatch it in her video, and she definitely wasn't playing around with this one. So let's just do the same. I'm just going to do a little dip, one dip, because obviously it looks, and I'm just going to tap that off. And let's give this a go. Wow. Oh my god, she wasn't playing around with that. That is impressive. I have to say, I'm impressed with that bronzer. That glow is unreal. Yes, queen. She slayed it. I do like myself a bit of glittery, like a rose gold shimmery blush. I'm going to go in with this Sun-Kissed shimmery blush because why the hell not? Again, I'm just going to take one tap on my brush because these are so pigmented. So you watch this here, right? I'll just do a tap. That's it. And let's take this on the apples of my cheeks. She was not playing around with these. Oh my god, I'm so impressed. For highlight, I'm going to go in with the Get It Poppin' highlighter in this little palette. And then I'm going to make that, I like to put an inside highlight to make it pop. And I'm going to go in with one of the highlighters out of the bigger palette because there's more of a selection, but we'll go with this Get It Poppin' first. So I'm going to take this like little fluffy, this is what I use to do my highlighter. I'm just going to give this a little spritz, not that I think it'll need it, but I always like to. I use my Pixie Glow Mist. Right, let's take this Get It Poppin'. Let's see if she's the queen of highlighter, so I'm expecting high things from her. I'm excited about this. Ooh, she went plain. This is more of a silvery highlighter than what I would go for, but she definitely wasn't playing when she created this. And the Cupid's bow. She is absolutely stunning. Wow, I'm impressed with that. And then I want to do an inner highlight. I'm going to go in with this glazed, this really white highlight. I'm going to go in with that glazed shade, and I'm going to go inside my highlight. Are you ready for this? Let's go inside this highlight. Oh, she popping. That's more gold than what I thought. Now I'm going to take that glazed and I'm going to highlight the brow bone with that. Right guys, I'm going to go off camera. I'm just going to finish off. I'm going to put a lipstick on, sort my hair and everything out. So guys, this is the finished look. And I have to say, I'm pretty much impressed with everything. The face powders are absolutely unreal. Some of the highlighter shades are not like necessarily my thing. They are impressive, like the quality of them, this, like honestly the way they blend and everything's like absolutely stunning. The bronzers are unbelievable. I'm impressed with the blush. The eyeshadows are really blendable. I will need to play around a little bit because this is the first time me using the palettes with some of those shimmery shades, because the turquoise was a little bit harder to sort of pack on than what the orangey shade was. But apart from that, I must admit, these palettes are like 10 out of 10 for me. Absolutely fantastic, perfect. They're everything you need in a palette to travel with. Literally, like, I cannot wait to take this on holiday with me when I go to Bulgaria, because I'm going to struggle to choose which one, but I just can't wait to take it, because it's going to cut down my makeup bag so much and just make my life so much easier. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Is there anything else you want to see me test out? Let me know. And which was your favourite palette? You know, are you excited to try these palettes? Do you love Rach? Like, I think she's absolutely bomb. Yeah, let me know down below, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah. Thanks so much for watching.